still high. I just want to share my afterthoughts of the game since they're still fresh, since it's all over TV right now. I just wanted to say the game was very frustrating. As a Mexican fan, I feel frustrated. If anything, the United States actually did come here to not lose, which is what they did. And, I mean, they got what they wanted. This is the first game back for the Mexican national team to have fans back. And, well, Mexican fans get to be very, very, they don't have a lot of patience, honestly. They get frustrated very easily, to be fair, because we haven't been playing very well this whole campaign for the World Cup qualifying. We haven't actually, and we've been getting, if we win, it's because we get very lucky calls, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. The refs tend to be on our side most of the time. But going back with the fan atmosphere, at first it was very positive, very optimistic, but at the end, once the game seemed to have a 0-0 draw, that's when the whole Mexican fans started to just to go at the players directly, especially at the coach. The coach has been a very big target recently because he's the man to blame for these poor results. He hasn't been calling the right players, and recently he has, because the media has been pressuring him a lot. And I mean, but still, the players haven't been performing as we wanted, as we expect, and it sucks at the end of the day. It's just very frustrating because we know we have very talented and very, very good players here in this region, but they just don't deliver, and that's why we are so frustrated. I mean, at first, I mean, we sang Mexican chants, we sang Mexican songs, and we were singing all that stuff. But like I said, I mean, it got to a point where we got very frustrated. I wasn't part of it, but there are a lot of people around me that started saying, "Fuera Tata," which translate, "Get out, Tata," which is the coach's name, or well, nickname actually. Then at the very last kick of the game, right when, last minute, there was a goal kick in favor for the United States, and that's when the homophobic chant started to reemerge, and that's very scary, honestly, because if that happens, we are in danger of getting disqualified for the World Cup, which is something that no one wants. It sucks because it's just, the Mexican fan is just getting very frustrated. The players don't deliver. I guess that's what they're gonna get in return, that homophobic chant. I mean, it's not right. I've always been against that chant because it's not right, and it's not reasonable to do that in a society where where you can't be saying that. Another thing I want to mention is because in our group we are third place. We are third place in the eight-team group. It's called like the octagonal, which consists of Canada, United States, Mexico, El Salvador, Panama, Honduras, and Jamaica. Out of those 8 teams, only 3 qualify to the World Cup, and the 4th place team goes to a direct playoff. We were in a good position to qualify mathematically with 2 games in hand to the World Cup today, if the right situations were played out, meaning if Costa Rica won, if Panama and Honduras tied, and that happened yesterday, they tied. So, and if we won against the United States, we would qualify to the World Cup directly, but that didn't happen, so we didn't qualify. So now we have 2 games to play. One in this Cup's coming Sunday at Honduras. The last game of this whole campaign is going to be on the 30th of March, assuming FIFA doesn't place any sanctions on the Mexican national team after the chant. But yeah, hope you guys liked my analysis, and we'll see what happens.
qualified to the World Cup. As you can see here, the families of the Mexican players are here. Overall, the first half was a really good half. Second half, not so well, but we did dominate possession a lot, which is good. We did want to hold the 2-0 lead, which is well understandable, especially since the coach is very conservative. But overall, it was a very fun match. I broke my curse finally. I finally witnessed Mexico win a game, and I'm so happy for it. But yeah, how did the people react? They were so hilarious. They were throwing out jokes everywhere. They were so happy in general. When Mexico won, it was all electric. As you can see here, there's still people here celebrating. Hopefully the Mexican players will come here and say hi to us. But at the end, we qualified, that's what mattered. I think we qualified in second in our group, which is good because the USA got third because they lost to Costa Rica. So first is Canada who qualified, then it's Mexico, and then United States in third, and then Costa Rica gets a playoff against New Zealand. Part 2, we're still celebrating here, still fun, still happy about it. In general, it's very good, honestly. I have no complaints, honestly. We won, we kept a clean sheet, there's nothing we can do about this, honestly. How did the people react? They were very happy in general. I mean, sometimes when the Mexican players did fuck up, sorry for my language, but when they messed up, there were some boos. But because we expect the best of this team, because we're supposed to be the best team in this region. Better than the US, better than Canada, but oh well. What matters is that we qualified for a World Cup, and hopefully for the first time since 1986, we get past the quarterfinals.
Alright, hi. I'm gonna talk about the live stream I've watched. This was yesterday actually. So this live stream was made by my favorite YouTuber actually, Wish Critical. His name is Charlie. He's a Florida-based guy, YouTuber. He's a commentator, commentates on stuff, on current things. He's basically like a news outlet in a way, but he just talks about internet stuff that happens, and also real life stuff that happens, like that happens in the real world if it's really irrelevant. But this live stream that I watched was one of his YouTube nights, where he literally just watches YouTube and reacts. Not my exactly cup of tea, but since he is my favorite YouTuber, I do what's it called, like to watch and watch him every now and then. But the topic that he was going with most of last night was on the cryptocurrency situation that's happening right now. So to catch up, there's a cryptocurrency called Luna, that was made by a lot of rich people, and to basically sum it all up, it crashed after it getting promoted, and like it was supposed to be this very stable cryptocurrency, but at the end of the day, it just fell, and now everyone's panicking because if this stable crypto coin was supposed to be one of the most stable coins in the whole world, why did it fall down? Why did it fell? So now I know a lot of people are worrying about crypto coin, which is worrying as well, because to put into perspective, there billions of dollars was lost in a span of hours. It's like if the stock market just crashed out of nowhere, and like there's a lot of culprits, because to be fair, the owner and the CEO of this coin was very cocky, and he did challenge a lot of the big dogs in the crypto world. And I mean, which I know like if a company has a very bad negative image, their stock tends to drop down. Well, this happened. Same thing with crypto. I mean, but yeah. Honestly, I never got into crypto. I usually thought it was a pyramid scheme, but I guess it's not. this whole Dogecoin was the closest I've ever gone into. I mean, I invested like $10 into it, and now and it got to a point where I had those $10 went into $100. A lot of people won money, but I mean, it's whatever. At the end of the day, the main moral of his stream was that be careful in what you invest in. I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of money if you don't make your investments done right. But yeah, um, I I really like this guy because also he's very unbiased with things, and he does tend to say a lot of truthful things in my opinion. Mm, like I said, he's very unbiased, and he likes to take things on both sides. Um, I mean, but yeah, I really like this live stream, and if it wasn't for my busy schedule, I would definitely watch him. But yeah, that was it. Also, I would like to mention about the chat environment. So the chat and his streams are also very like. There's two sides of this of the chat. There's this very trolly, memeful side of the chat where they just say dumb stuff, or they just like to just say or spam him. And then there's the other half where just people just say yes or just very do interact with him. In general, I don't think there was a lot of chaotic there was very a lot of chaos in this stream, but it was very straight to the point. They agreed with him, and whoever didn't agree with him, the chat was very respectful of their opinion, which is odd because that's very rare. But yeah, that was it. Bye. Alright, so this is the part where I want to evaluate the class, honestly. And to be fair, I really want to give a huge shout out to Nikki because this class was very interactive in my opinion. I'm usually one of those students that doesn't interact in the class and that doesn't like say anything because I'm very shy. I feel in this class I spoke a lot and I shared a lot of ideas compared to other classes. I really want to thank you for that because I kind of got out of my own bubble. Uh, I really liked the class because it was very interactive and also there was no homework or any assignments, which was very stress free, especially for me since I'm an engineer and every week and mostly every single day I have to go in and study for something that I'm really probably not going to use in my engineering job, which is sad. But besides the point, I really did feel this class did bring a lot of real life lectures. Most of the things I was told since I was young that no one's really gonna care about my own feelings, or that it's in the real world it's just gonna be you that's gonna do things by yourself. I was told that by a young age, but it's not like I was told nicely as you were. It's more of it as a harsh and kind of like a slap to the face. I got told in that way, but your class was just a fresh breeze of air, and I really do appreciate that. Honestly, some things I didn't like. Honestly, was besides that, my main complaint of this class was that it was at 8 a.m. Honestly, I know you're gonna be like, oh, what's it called? Oh, you were late all the time. Which, look, I don't. I'm this semester really exposed how bad of luck I have, honestly, because I used to leave my house at 30 minutes before class. I would get on time, but it got to the point where I would literally get out of my house 1 hour before because of traffic. It was just a constant adaptation of the schedule, which led me late. And honestly, I felt that was probably the thing that I hated the most because I did not want to get that. What's it called? I did not want you to think that I was very bad at my time management. I just got very unlucky, and especially that I think one of the worst days that showcased that was the car accident. Honestly, I don't know what happened. I was literally just, I was actually getting on time, but then out of nowhere, some guy just pulls up and crashes in the front of my car. Thank God nothing happened, but like I said, yeah, but I guess that's just more on my part. Um, but moving on, that's just what I didn't like. Another thing I just didn't like was that I just feel like some of the things that we did in class were kind of childish or just very repetitive in a way. Um, I think that what's it called? Sometimes some of the movies weren't also that interesting in my opinion. Um, the worst movie that I didn't like was the um, the Social Experiment. That one I didn't like. I mean, I I don't know, it's because if I have a messed up mind or something like that. But yeah, I just didn't like that. But like what I was gonna say is that I've seen worse, but I don't know. That's just not my cup of tea. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say in general. I learned a lot, honestly, and it's all thanks to you, Nikki. Honestly, the best thing that I've learned was at the end of club of the semester when you talked about interviews and my resumes. Honestly, I learned a lot. That's probably the most helpful thing I've learned because it's something that I'm really gonna be stressful all about in these couple of days because I'm gonna be looking for a job. What, whether it's gonna be the best job, I mean, best job in the world or not, we'll see. But I just really thank you. I would just want to thank you for everything you've done, Nikki. Hope I stay in touch with you.